Bitcoin is printing a second sell signal in a row, and you are still holding that. Really? Well, today we're talking about the buy and sell signals. Let's jump straight into the trading view because I want to present you something very special today. Look, here we are on the Bitcoin USDT chart on the 2-hour time frame. And as I promised in my previous video, we are going to talk about how we can make money from cryptocurrencies in short term. You don't want to wait 3 months to double your money, right? You are an impatient investor. You want to make money right now, today. And I'm going to show you how I do it so you can copy paste me. Look, my trading view looks like this. It is very different from how your trading view looks like, and I'm going to explain exactly how you can have same things, same information, same buy and sell signals on your trading view. Look, every single green arrow represents a buy signal, every single red arrow represents a sell signal. In this particular situation, we have a couple of buy signals. We have one, we have second, we have third sell signal. What else do we have? We go to the right and we see even a fourth sell signal. Sure, it depends on your risk preference, whether you want to buy on the very first buy signal, you want to wait for the second one. In this case, we waited for a drop. And depending on your risk appetite, you want to decide at which sell signal you want to sell the currency. But the good thing is, if you use this buying and sell signals, you're going to be profitable almost every single time. I don't want to say every single time, because if you would be profitable using these signals every single time, then I would be using them every single day and making millions, right? But they're not going to make you rich that fast. However, they will help you to earn money in crypto space. That's true. Now, you sold on the very first one, you made 1%. You sold on the second, you made 3%. You sold on the third, you also made about 3%. Now, let's understand what are these buy and sell signals, and let's understand how these cycle indicators that you see at the bottom of the screen are different from the cycle indicators that we discussed in the previous video. The 2-hourly cycle. This is not the most important indicator. However, it shows how quickly the price can change. It basically follows the price action. So let's take a look right now at what's happening in the market, okay? The very last hours. Now, we've seen a small rejection, right? Bitcoin reached 86K, and then it went down to, you see my mouse is jumping around, so let me change to this one. So from 86K, we went down to 84K, and it's about 2% loss. And if you follow this particular indicator, the 2-hour cycle, you basically caught bearish momentum, okay? You basically saw that Bitcoin is going to reverse in the very short term. Let's go back a little and let's see exactly the same example right here, okay? The 2-hourly cycle is going at the top and it's reversing to the downside, okay? Here, the top, and we reverse to the downside. However, this happens just for a couple of hours, okay? So this indicator is important in the immediate short term. Here again, kind of the same thing. It saved us from 2%, like less than 2% loss. Potential loss. Now, we're going back to the next one, the 4-hour cycle, and as you imagine, this indicator creates a new point every 4 hours. Whenever this 4-hourly cycle indicator is basically at the bottom, Bitcoin is also preaching the bottom. And when it's running up, Bitcoin is also running up. Sure, there can be a delay, and exactly the situation, we can see a delay. The indicator was going up right here, but the Bitcoin was still going down, okay? And we could clearly see that, hey, this trend is about to change because the 4-hour cycle indicator is simply going up together with other indicators like the 2-hour cycle. Now, what is beautiful, in order to make these buy and sell signals, I had to combine 6 different indicators. Basically, it's the same indicator, but applied on a different time frame. So the 4-hour cycle will show you where the price is going to move within the next day. So for example, here at the bottom, it was on the 22nd of March, and it reached the top on the 23rd of March. So more or less 1 to 2 days, it's showing the potential price movement. Great. Let's combine even more indicators. We go down to the 12-hourly cycle, and we can see how Bitcoin is moving in the next 3 to 5 days. For instance, here, okay, I already put a lot of blue lines, so let me delete those lines to make everything more understandable for you, okay? Here we have the bottom of the 12-hourly cycle, all this part, and slowly we are going up, right? Within the next 3 days, we actually moved up. And this is what happened in the price. So all you have to do, you have to apply these indicators into your chart, and you're going to make money. If you're smart enough and if you stick to the strategy. You can see the 1-day cycle and the 3-day cycle, and we already discussed about them in the previous video. So if you want to know more about these indicators, just simply watch my previous video where I explain them. However, the most beautiful part is that I combine these indicators to create a buy and sell signals. And these signals are available for everybody who subscribes for Strategy Master. So all you have to do, you go to strategymaster.io or strategymaster.substack.com. I'll leave the link in the description down below, okay? And here you basically can see different articles, different newsletters, which explains how these indicators work in depth, how you can get access to them. You basically can click on any single newsletter and you will see the same indicators applied in the charts. For example, this one is from my previous video, and this one as well. And let's say in the newest one, you can see the indicators that we discussed today applied in the chart. Now, subscribe, get access, and let's move on. Guys, there's something smelling. I cannot continue this video. Oh, what is here? You have to see this. If you would be here, you would taste this amazing cake that was cooked not by me, but by a lady who knows how to cook, because I'm very busy doing cryptocurrency videos and trading, of course. I cannot continue this video. I'm sorry. I have to taste it and then I'll see you in a minute. Guys, it is very tasty. I have to finish this video quickly because I'm actually very hungry. So, if you haven't subscribed for the channel, do it now because you don't want to miss the next videos, okay? Okay, we basically understood how the cycle indicator works. And we also see that Bitcoin now is printing a sell signal. It means it's not the right time to buy if we're talking about the short term. These indicators and this buy signal talks about the short term, meaning the next few days up to a week. If we're talking about a longer period, like 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months, these indicators are not valid. You have to watch my previous video to understand whether it's a good time to buy Bitcoin or not. At the very moment, I'm not buying Bitcoin. I'm buying Bitcoin and I'm buying other cryptocurrencies when I see this green arrows there. Here on the 31st of March, the previous time, 10th of March, then again, 28th of February. I only consider buying during these periods. And if you basically zoom out the chart, I know I have too many indicators. Let me delete, no, I cannot delete them. We still have to analyze the chart a little bit. Here, well, not the ideal zone, but we sold it for 0, okay? And basically saved us from this catastrophical minus 10% correction, okay? Only these zones are interesting for us. So if you basically apply this indicator, you will like it. You will like these zones a lot. And you will say, honest, I love your indicators. I want to meet you. But you don't know where I am, do you? So the last thing for this video is I want to show you that this indicator is not only for Bitcoin. Forget Bitcoin. Bitcoin is boring. You are a young investor. You want to play casino. You want to invest money quickly. You want to lose money, or maybe win money. You know, I don't know about you. Losing sometimes it's also fun. But you want to apply it also to altcoins, because altcoins that you're in love with, you're holding XRP, Cardano, Ethereum from last bull market, of course, not from this one, and many other coins that already did minus 80%. And now you want to make some profits. So you're going to use the strategy to make them. We go to ANA coin and we basically see how this indicator behaves applied on ANA. Let's say here we have a buy signal, which is definitely not the best. So it's a good example. Not every buy and sell signal will bring you profits. If you bought here and if you sold, let's say on the second or even on the first sell signal, you experience a minus 7% loss, which is totally normal, which means that not every single buy and sell signal will bring you a profit. And I really like that I stumbled upon this example right now. However, if you go to the past, you will see that most buy and sell signals, they are actually profitable. This one right here brought you 7% profit. If you sold on the first sell signal, if you sold on the second, 8%. If you sold on the third, 18%. Okay, so one trade alone can actually bring the same profits that S&P 500 brings within 1 year, which is crazy to think about, okay? Now, the actually same thing happened before. Look, here we didn't buy ANA. Here we also didn't buy ANA. Here we also didn't buy ANA. So we saved ourselves some potential huge crash. Look at the ANA price, actually. It went from how much? It went from a crazy, I don't know, it's over $1. It went down to 33 cents, minus 70%. So if you just buy and hold, forget buy and hold. It doesn't work. Buy and hold doesn't work, because then you basically buy at any point of time, thinking that, hey, we're going to wait for good times. and in good times may become once a year, right? So you don't want to do that. Anyways, I want to illustrate maybe one of the last examples. Here, the NA is actually falling. However, we're capturing this bullish momentum. We're buying here and we're selling here for 8% profit. I know you want to get access to those indicators, and I know that you still didn't subscribe to this channel. So how come you want to get access? You're not going to get access. You have to subscribe for the channel, then go to strategymaster.io, subscribe for Strategy Master. Once you subscribe, once you understood the strategy and you applied it to your chart, if you have any questions, simply comment down below. I will answer them in the next video. Thank you very much for watching, and let's make money from the crypto market together.